So I'd like to show you a little card trick using the 2 kings. Okay, we got the king of... Well, actually, I want to display in a fancier manner since I like him so much. The king of hearts, de corazón. And then the second one is the king of diamonds. They say it's referred to as women's best friend. I still don't know why. Anyways, we'll leave these 2 right over here. Okay, I'll keep it in view. And we're also going to need a card selected, so I'm going to go across the cards and I'm going to ask audience member, tell me when to stop, and they can say stop. You want to change your mind, it really is a fair choice, and they say, okay, a couple more, fine, there you go. And then we're also going to have the card signed. I don't really want to see it, so I'll actually just draw scribbles. Forgive me, I'm looking away. Hopefully I'm doing this. La, 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 la. Okay, hopefully the audience members can see and identify with this, yes? And I'll do a couple more. Okay, so you get a general idea of this card. It's pretty unique, especially for scribbles. Okay, and we'll leave it here. I'm just trying to let it dry as well. Don't want to get all over the other cards. So we've got that, and we set the card back, we'll say about here, okay? And then I lose it up inside the pack, except there, and I can even do a shuffle maybe. And the best way I usually say how to find said card is usually with a very, very fancy cut. It looks something like this. And believe it or not, I believe I have found your 5 of clubs. Yeah, I can tell by the scribbles on there. I know it's a little bit hard to see on... I'm trying to do it, get the glare out, but you guys get general idea. There you go. Anyways, so we got that right there. And so what we're going to do is we're going to get the card. Wait, what was I going to do? Oh, no. We're actually going to do this. My apologies. I'm trying to keep in the same videos because scribbling card can be quite destructive, especially if you had to do multiple takes. So we get the card, okay? I said I can also get it and actually change it to a different selection. Need be. And that's quite cool. And then I would go up to the spectator and ask, do you by chance what was it, shuffle playing cards? And they go, yeah, I could. Here, give them a quick shuffle, and I let them shuffle them around. Okay, meanwhile, we've also got these cards over here. And so they're shuffling cards, mix them up however they want to. And then I would build it on up, and say, remember those kings I set aside at the very beginning? Check this out. We happen to trap 1 card in between. And would you be amazed? And they could take it out themselves, and they would see that it is their 5 of clubs. Hopefully you can see some of the scribbles now. And yeah, that is pretty pretty amazing. And then you can lead into your regular visitor routine from here. So with that said, for both magicians and spectators, I thank you and hope you enjoyed that card trick. So before we jump into the explanation purposes, if you can give this video a like, that would be awesome. So crediting where credit is due, I will credit Larry Jennings right away. And then there are other Jack routines I can credit for that. Maybe Armstrong's Jack routines. There's different places you can credit there, but the central one being Larry Jennings' routine, the visitor. And I was so inspired by it, but yet it took me a while to understand and then learn, just because it's like moving your head backwards when the routine's going forwards. It's kind of odd, at least at first, but then I eventually got it. And then somehow I came upon this routine. I don't know exactly how I created it, but I just created it. I wrote it down one night, and here it is for everyone to enjoy. I think it's quite cool. It goes excellent with visitors. So now you've got a 2-phase visitor routine where you accomplish basically the same things, but the cards just jump everywhere. And it looks like a constant packet translocation with a signed card that just seems impossible. So they go together perfectly, and I'm really excited to share this with everyone. So what we need is a pair. So this is the prelude. I call it the visitor prelude because it's a prelude to the actual visitor. We're going to use this 5 of clubs later. We'll just leave it aside for right now. Again, this is just a sign selection that was used earlier. So we'll set that right there. So how we initially start up is we have the kings on bottom, or whatever you decide to use. Or jacks, whatever you want to use. It just has to be court cards because of the discrepancy, which makes it easier, and they just look better. So I'm using the red kings for this. Okay, and I place them on the bottom of the deck to start out, and then I will start out by executing John Guastaferro's ballet cut. Yes. So I can't remember. It was in his second storm, or he's published it everywhere. It's just a great slide. 101 Degrees Fahrenheit book. It's a great cut. So I won't really cover it, but because I respect John's work. But that is what it generally looks like. I can't really teach it, but you get a general sense of what it looks like. Okay. And so we produce it, or your favorite method of producing cards from the bottom deck, and you just show the 2 kings. Okay. And from here, you can do a couple things for switch outs. You need to switch these 2 cards out, the kings out, and get into position. So how I did it was I like to take a moment because these 2 kings are special for the entire trick. We don't want to make it seem like they're detectives unless maybe you really want them to. And so we call attention to them, and this helps in the switch, which is a switch popularized by John Bannon and Ed Marlowe, with the visor switch with the other part I keep on forgetting about. Anyways, to do the move, we pull down the bottom card of the pack. Okay, that's going to be the switch card. Okay. And now we've got the 2 kings right here, and we take special attention to showing them, and this helps in the switch. So pull off the first king. Okay, we display it, and we've got the second, the card from the top pack going with it. But Danny, you're gonna flash. 4-finger right here helps eliminate it, and it's kept in motion, so there's less chance of flashing. So, boom. And I don't keep it here for long, because then after displaying for half a second, half a beat, people's eyes just readjust. They see king. They can't confirm any extra details. Just confirm king. And then we've got the card at the back. And then we leave as we come back. So again, pull down, pull off top card, display it. As we come back, we take the king and we have a break between below the king. We add it to the back of the pack as we pull off the next card. Okay? And this time, it's fine if there is a discrepancy or like thing because, well, not the actual card, but you could allow for a little bit of shade because of the white indices on the card, or just there's a little bit of a gap, so you could be a little bit. And people are expecting 2 cards, okay? Long story short. So one last time, I'm going to show it again. Pinky pull down, display the first card, talk about it for a second, add the cards to the back of the pack, pull off the second card, okay, and then so we are now in this position. We swapped out one of the kings cleverly and displaying them. We don't need a break anymore. We can just score them up, okay, and then we can turn the cards to show the backs to make it seem it's a little subtlety you can do. You can turn the cards down after you turn them over, after you square them up. Turn the cards over and then spread them so you can show 2 cards. And it seems so fair, like the audience is convinced and you're not trying to do anything sneaky. So that's cool. So the position now is random card and then the 1 king right there, as you can see. And they go right there. Okay, so that's the first one. Next we have a card selected, we dribble, and then we have a card selected. We will also need a Sharpie for this effect. I mean, it's not mandatory, but it's going to be so impossible that people... This is why we do it, Sharpie effects, or signing cards. It'd be so impossible otherwise that no one would believe it, and they just call duplicate. And that's the easiest solution, duplicate. It's so impossible, duplicate. And by signing it, you quiet all the haters. So we have a random card selected, we did, and then we signed it. I know I should have used, instead of the gray marker, I should have used a black marker, so I know it's harder to tell. I know you can see it now, but it's so much harder to tell. So use a black marker so you can see the contrast, so people from a distance can really see it. I learn with my audience, or learn with you guys. Anyways, y'all. So we have the card dropped, or they got it, they signed it. This is what we got. Okay. And you, in practicing this, you should use a throwaway pack. Just a suggestion. You wouldn't want to do this with a nice pack. Just an FYI. Don't worry, I'll wait for you. Anyways, this is where you probably want to pause the video. So anyways, we've got that. We've got the card. We've set up that position. And now the final part to then get into the routine. We swing cut off the packet. And remember that the other king is right here. So as we swing cut off a packet, we are placing the selection on top of the king. Okay? So we place it right there. And then we always show it twice because, again, you never know who's been inebriated. And it's a party venue. You never know. From here, instead of just closing up and doing everything, here's an important part, and this is why it's really, really important. We want to add one card to this packet. So I just slip off one card. So I literally just use my thumb, slip off one card from this packet, and then now get a break above that random card. So again, selection here, and then king below that. Okay, we're in that. We slip off one card from the upper of this packet right here, and then we start immediately swing cutting packets on top, maintaining a break in between those three. So the random card, selection, and then king. We want to get a break above those. So again, one last time, we've shown the card twice. Okay, we add one card on top of it. Then we start we immediately get a break above that random card, and we start swing cutting packets on top, and we just everything goes above the break for that. So upper packet, random card, selection, and king, rest of packet, and being separated by the break. We then can do just a simple triple cut, whatever you want to do to control those three cards to the top. You can just do cut half of the upper packet, the rest of the upper packet, and then the three cards right there, everything else on top. So now we got that. And you could even follow up with the shuffle need to be if anyone's calling you out. So now we are at a clean point. If we just do a double, we can reveal the selection. But we want to do it in a magical manner, so I say, and one cut will be able to find your card. Check this out. And then you can do whatever kind of fancy cut you want. This is what I'm doing is called the Melanie cut. I independently created this, and I published it in the channel. So if you want to learn this cut, check out my channel. Go on my channel, go down to card tutorials, and it should be in there. So enjoy that little bonus. So after we've done our fancy little cut, we do get a double, turn over double, and we show the card selection that is signed. Yay! Huzzah! Everyone thinks the trick is over, but then, you know, the kings are still there. Kings are still there, so we're all wondering what's actually going on. So double left, show it, selection, like, cool. Now we get a break one card below the double, so we're going to do a side steel cover change. So we got the double, then we get one break below it, okay? And so now we got a break below three cards. Or, yeah, below three cards, okay? We're gonna do a side steel cover change, both with the next card. I've already taught this previously, but for those who don't know, real fast, like I said, regular side steel, you pull back, you've got a double right here, okay? Grip both of them, palm them off, okay? Come around, and then slowly release those cards in a wavy little manner, and then you've got the card, okay? So going back, show, display, pull off, okay? You can even wait a moment, and then boom, got that card changed. And because it's a double, you dropped off a cover card with it, the cover card right here, you can then peel off the single one, show it, and then people go, WTF, how did you do that? Which is really cool. So then now we're going to close up with why the kings are there. So we get this random card, and we say, yeah, no, well, it changed from your card to a random card. I could just do it whenever. Isn't that cool? And they go, yeah. And then I can now also ask them, this is a misdirection moment, because I'm going to get a break. I openly riffle up, get a break on below two cards right here. I've inserted the random card inside the packet, and this is what's being displayed as I riffle and get the break on it. No one's the wiser. And I ask them a random question. Do you happen to, and I can even relax, so there's less interest in the cards, it's just there. Do you happen to, and I look up directly up at them as I ask it, do you happen to shuffle cards or shuffle cards decently? And they go, yes or no. And regardless of the response, we palm the cards. We gave the misdirection moment. We palm the cards as we push that card in. Okay. And now they, you can toss the cards in a Gene Hugard and Fred Browey manner with the palm 2 cards right here. You can toss it and hand it out to them. Even if they say no, you can instruct them after you drop off the cards. You first have to drop it off. You say, don't worry, I'll show you. Or you could go, don't worry, I'll show you. We can't make too many motions because we got a double right here. So while we're about to address that shuffling thing, if they don't know how to shuffle, we go over to the 2-card packet. Okay, we can pick them up with the palm card hands, square everything up as we turn everything over, because we need to turn everything over. Okay, and what we're doing is we're palming off the card, card selection that's signed, and a king over from there. So one last time, what it would look like, just so we can show the thing. We riffle back 2 cards right here. Okay, we show the selection, we ask a question. You don't know how to shuffle? I go with the situation, they don't know how to shuffle. You don't know how to shuffle? Don't worry, I'll help you out with that. And it'll be easy. Okay, so first, take the cards. Okay, hold on to them, and we're going to mix them up real fast. Here, you can just even cut the cards. You can just tell them something basic, cut the cards or whatever, and you can wait. And we've just simply picked the kings. So I'm just pick up the kings. And you can show your hand empty because you've already added the cards from the top, which would have been like this. So we have the 2 cards, come over, and we square everything up, adding those 2 palm cards right there, turning the whole packet over, and you're seeing king, so everything is copacetic, like you left at the beginning. And so then they're shuffling or doing whatever. If they already know how to shuffle, great. And then from here, we would want to turn the packet up. This is for the cleanup later. So we have the packet right here. After them shuffling a whole bunch, we have the packet face up. Just like, we'll come back in a second. Now remember these kings we had earlier? I just picked them up. There was a little secret between them. They would predict what card you would select. Now check this out. And all you have to do is middle finger and thumb, grab the packet, and then use your forefinger and middle finger. I'm just using them as like little feet to walk out the cards. Okay, and I just slide up because this is actually a 4-card packet. When you turn it over, you've got this random card that makes no sense, which you added in from the very beginning, and then you got the actual selection right here. How do we clean up and make it look nice? Middle finger and thumb. So we got this packet. Add the palm cards, turn it over, and then we pull out the bottom king right here. So they see a king, they see another king. Okay, that's confirmation that's the magic moment that everything says it should be. And then we pull out another card, and it's like, wait, what? And no one expects anything more, even though there's that random card there. This is a double right here, but no one expects it. As long as you keep pressure, it won't separate. Okay, if you're really that worried about it, you can do this, slide it out, come up, and it says a random card. Isn't that cool? You can put pressure, keeping it there for a second, just a second, don't worry. And then you can drop 1 king off, drop another king, 1 card, and then you can show it. Not as lavish as a display, but you do get to end clean. And all the cards added, no one's the wiser. It's a discrepancy. No one's going to really look at the pack because no one's expecting that card. And you get to show the card selection. So again, let me go back. Cards face up right here. This card is face up like that. That's like that. Okay, so again, we're in a crazy position. How we fix it up: slide it out, slide out the card up, show it display. If you're feeling more bold, you could actually remove it, or even bolder if you have enough pressure and you're not worried about this double splitting or them spectator seeing it. You could even grip it right here if you want. I don't know why you would do that. It seems illogical, so you would just keep it like this. Spectator can pull out their card, and I've had them do it. They literally just pull the card openly, and then they see the selection, and then they go WTF, And while they're reacting to that in a crazy manner, that is when you drop the double first onto the packet. That's why it's face up. Drop the other king. You are clean. And then they see their selection and signed. And they're wondering how. Because there's no duplicates, because we signed it. And we removed all the reasons that they can explain it, and then all is left is a magical moment. Which is really, really nice in and of itself. And that, and the fact that, I mean, it's a really intricate piece, as you can see. So, it's a lot of spectators wouldn't be able to comprehend. He put that much detail in it, because people don't expect you to add that much detail to it. But for us magicians, no one will ever know how hard we work. That said, I hope this tutorial was to your liking. I mean, this is more just for myself. I just want to publish all of my material, so I just have it out there. So in case I'm forgetful or I need to remember an effect, here it is. And for others to enjoy as well, or just have an open discussion about it. This really is a great, great prelude, or it could be another version of an entirely new version of The Visitor. But just because I love and respect The Visitor by Larry Jennings so much, I consider this a prelude. I would do this phase and then do the regular Visitor, and boom, you've got like a 5-minute routine. And people are just going, how did the cards just keep on jumping everywhere? It was signed. It shouldn't be possible. And yet here it is. So that's pretty cool, at least in my opinion. But again, just my opinion. So with that said, if you haven't checked out this video or this video yet, definitely check them out. Wishing everyone a wonderful day, and see you in the next video.